My family was planning to order takeout and asked my sister's kids what they wanted. As my kids waited their turn, my mother coldly said, "Your kids can eat whatever scraps there are left in the kitchen. They're not guests here." My sister Diane was the golden child while I was treated like a help. As a single mom to Evelyn and Jason, I endured Sunday dinners where my children were second-class citizens. My children sat quietly while Diane's kids interrupted adults and demanded special meals. Diane's children got designer clothes and tablets. Mine were told their thrift store clothes looked practical. That Sunday changed everything. We arrived late due to car trouble. My parents barely acknowledged us, fawning over Diane's new Range Rover. When Evelyn presented a drawing, my mother took it with 2 fingers and handed it to the housekeeper. My father pulled out his gold pen. "What would you like, Zach and Layla?" my mother asked warmly. "Sushi with gold flakes like Tokyo," Zach said. "Pasta with truffle sauce and tiramisu," Layla demanded. They ordered expensive salmon, imported water, sake, sparing no expense. My children whispered excitedly, Evelyn's eyes lighting up. Jason calculated whether he could order a hamburger. The silence stretched. My children looked expectantly at their grandparents. My mother's face transformed into a cold mask. "Your kids can eat whatever scraps are left in the kitchen. They're not guests here." The words hit like a physical blow. Evelyn stiffened. Jason's hand clutched mine. Diane laughed. "Don't forget, I'm staying all week, so you're covering my meals too. My husband's traveling." My father cleared his throat. "Go set the table like a good servant. That's what you're good for." Everything crystallized. This was a power play. The suitcases, Diane's comments, the tension. "Evelyn, Jason, we're leaving," I said quietly but firmly. "Don't be ridiculous," my father snapped. "You're overreacting. The children can have sandwiches," my mother added icily. I stood, holding my children's hands. "No, that's your life, not ours." As we headed out, Diane revealed the truth. "They were going to ask you to let me stay at your place, but I told them you'd never agree unless they broke you down first." My father appeared, furious. "Your sister needs help. You're obligated to provide it. My apartment that you've called a shoebox is suddenly acceptable? It's only a few months while we sort out investments." I guided my children outside. "Call tomorrow with respect if you want to discuss this." As we drove away, I decided, how about dinner at Morton's Steakhouse? Their gasps told me everything. We were worth more than scraps. At Morton's, I called my godmother Irene, my mother's former best friend, estranged for decades. "I've been waiting for this call," she said. "I wondered when you'd reach your breaking point." Then the bombshell. My parents were broke. My father's business had been failing behind a facade of wealth. Diane's husband had left after discovering she'd secretly mortgaged their home for credit card debt. The mansion had been remortgaged multiple times, with Irene holding the loan. "They're 3 months behind on payments," she explained. "I've been waiting to see if they'd treat you as an equal when they needed help." Irene offered something life-changing, a $5 million trust for my children and power over my family's financial future. The next morning, my entire family showed up, disheveled, desperate. My father tried pushing past me, but I stood firm. Inside, Irene sat with her attorney. Legal documents told the story. My parents' empire was collapsing, Diane faced foreclosure, and I now held their lifeline. "This is a family matter," my father protested. "I gained that right when you mortgaged your property to me," Irene replied. The truth emerged. Years of failed investments, secret debts, maintaining appearances while hemorrhaging money. They'd planned to manipulate me into housing Diane indefinitely. "We were going to compensate you," my father insisted. "By telling my children to eat scraps?" I set my terms. "Diane can stay 2 weeks while finding housing. You'll treat my home and children with respect. After that, I'll help you find affordable housing. Accept these boundaries or leave." My father was rendered speechless. 6 months later, writing from my new home purchased with Irene's help, the transformation is remarkable. My children play in the backyard, no longer accepting less. My parents downsized to a condo. Diane found an apartment and took her first job. The toxic dynamics slowly healed through therapy. Most importantly, my children learned what I wish I'd known. You teach people how to treat you.